We are in Proverbs chapter 11. You will notice that we're not on BibleGateway.com due to the fact that it has technical difficulty, and we will not be defeated. So we found another site where we have the Easy English Bible, and we are beginning to commence with Proverbs chapter 11. The Lord hates traitors who do not use true weights. He is happy when they're honest and they use true weights. If people are proud, they will soon become ashamed, but if people are humble, they will become wise. Good people are honest, and that shows them the right way to live. The wicked people are not honest, and that destroys them. When it is time for God to punish you, money will not help you to escape. But if you're righteous, that will save you from death. Being righteous will save you from death. An honest man who is righteous has a straight path to walk on, but the sins of a wicked person will cause him to fall down. When honest people are righteous, that will keep them safe. But the bad things that wicked people want will catch them in a trap. When a wicked person dies, he has no hope for anything good. Everything he hoped for, or everything that he hoped his strength would give him, disappears. Righteous people escape from trouble. The trouble happens to wicked people instead. People who do not respect God say things that destroy their friends, but the knowledge that righteous people have keeps them safe. When righteous people do well, everyone in the city is happy, and people shout with joy when the wicked people die. A city becomes great when honest men bring God's blessing to it, but when wicked people give bad advice, they will destroy the city. When someone insults his neighbor, it shows that he's foolish, but a wise person stays quiet. If a person talks too much about other people, he'll soon tell their secrets, but someone that you can trust will not tell your secrets to other people. A nation will fall if it has no wise leaders, but it will do well if there are people who give good advice. If you promise to pay a stranger's debt, you will be sorry. You'll be safe if you do not agree to do that. A kind woman receives honor, but cruel men only get riches for themselves. A faithful person helps himself with good things, but a cruel person brings trouble on himself. A wicked person gets riches that soon disappear, but someone who lived in a good way will surely receive good things. If someone continues to do what is right, he will live. But if someone loves to do evil things, he will die. The Lord hates people who have wrong thoughts, but he is pleased with people who live in an honest way. Be sure about this: evil people will receive the punishment that they deserve, but people who are righteous will escape. A beautiful woman who turns away from wisdom is like a gold ring in a pig's nose. Righteous people want good things to happen. Wicked people only hope to cause anger. Somebody may share his things with other people, but he still becomes richer. Somebody else may keep the things that he should give to others, but he still becomes poor. If you help other people with your money, you'll do well. If you give water to thirsty people, you will not be thirsty yourself. If you refuse to sell food to hungry people, they will curse you. But if you sell it to them, they will praise you. If you try to do good things, people will respect you. But if you want evil things to happen, they will happen to you. If somebody trusts his riches to keep him safe, he'll fall like a leaf that falls from a tree. But a righteous person will grow strong like a fresh green leaf. Anyone who causes trouble for his family will not receive any good things from them. A foolish person like that will become the servant of a wise person. The good things that a righteous person does bring life. A person who saves people's lives shows that he is wise. Righteous people receive what they deserve here on this earth. So you can be sure that cruel and wicked people will receive their punishment. Proverbs chapter 12. Do you want to know the right way to live? Then you must accept it when people warn you that you've done something wrong. Only stupid people hate it when people warn them. The Lord helps good people, but he punishes those who want to do evil things. No one can use wicked things to make himself safe, but a righteous person has strong roots. A good wife will bring honor to her husband like a crown, but a wife who brings shame to her husband will take away his strength. Righteous people want to do things that are right, but do not trust the advice of wicked people. The words of wicked people are like a trap that will kill good people, but the words of honest people will save people's lives. Wicked people soon come to an end, they disappear, but the families of righteous people will continue to be strong. People will praise a wise person as much as his wisdom deserves, but no one will respect a person who is stupid. It is better to be a humble person who has a servant than a proud person who has no food to eat. Righteous people take care of their animals, but wicked people are cruel, even when they think they are kind. A farmer who works hard will have plenty of food to eat, but anyone who works only on useless things is foolish. Wicked people want to take the things that other bad people have, but righteous people remain strong with deep roots. The lies of evil people put them in trouble, but righteous people escape from trouble. If you say good things, you'll receive good things that make you happy. You'll receive what you deserve from the things that you do. Foolish people always do what seems right to them, but wise people listen to advice from others. When a fool becomes angry, everybody knows it, but a careful person keeps quiet when someone insults him. Honest people speak the truth in court, but a person who tells lies never says what is true. If you speak in a careless way, you may hurt other people, but when wise people speak, it makes people feel well. True words continue to be true forever, but people quickly see that lies are lies. Someone who wants to cause trouble has a mind that is full of lies, but someone who wants to bring peace has a mind that is full of joy. Trouble keeps away from righteous people, but wicked people have trouble all the time. The Lord hates people who tell lies, but he's pleased with people who do what they promise to do. Careful people keep quiet about how much they know, but foolish people show everyone how silly they are. If you work hard, you'll become a leader, but if you're lazy, you'll become a slave. If you worry all the time, it will make you sad, but kind words will make you happy. A righteous person gives good advice to his friends, but wicked people are always taking the wrong path. A lazy person does not cook the animals he's caught, but if you work hard, you'll enjoy many valuable things. If you do what's right, you'll find true life. Along that path, there is no death. Proverbs 13. A wise son listens to his father's teaching, but if you tell a proud person that he's wrong, he will not listen. If you say kind words, you will eat good things, but wicked people only want to be cruel. Someone who thinks before he speaks will keep his life safe, but someone who talks too much will destroy himself. A lazy person always wants to have more, but he'll not get it. If a person works hard, he'll have more than he needs. Honest people hate anything that's false, but wicked people do things that bring them shame. When people do what is right, it keeps them safe, but when the sinners do evil things, it destroys them. Somebody who has nothing may still pretend to be rich. Somebody else may pretend to be poor, but he's very rich. A rich person may have to use his money to save his life, but poor people do not have that problem. Righteous people have joy that shines like a bright light, but wicked people have a light that will quickly go out. A person who boasts only causes trouble, but if you accept good advice, it shows that you're wise. If you try to get money quickly, you will not stay rich for long, but if you're patient, you'll become rich little by little. When you do not receive the things that you hope for, it makes you sad, but when you receive what you've always wanted, you're very happy. If you do not accept good teaching, you'll destroy yourself. If you accept good advice, it will help you to do well. The teaching of wise people is like a spring of water that gives life. It will keep you away from death's dangerous traps. People respect a person who has wise thoughts, but the way that wicked people live destroys them. Careful people need to understand what they're doing, but a fool quickly shows how foolish he is. If you send a message with a wicked person, he'll cause trouble. But if you send someone that you can trust, he'll bring peace. Anyone who turns away from good teaching will become poor and ashamed. But if you accept advice when you do something wrong, people will respect you. It's very nice to receive the things that you want, but foolish people refuse to stop doing evil things. If you have wise people as your friends, you'll become wise yourself. But if you have foolish friends, you'll hurt yourself. Trouble chases sinners and it catches them, but righteous people will receive good things. When a good person dies, he leaves good things for his grandchildren, but sinners' riches will belong to righteous people in the end. Even a poor man's field may give him enough food, but he loses it because wicked people rob him. If you do not punish your child, that will show that you hate him. If you really love your child, you'll punish him when he does something wrong. Righteous people have plenty of food to eat, but wicked people have an empty stomach. Proverbs 14. Every wise woman makes her home strong, but a foolish woman destroys her home with her own hands. An honest person respects and obeys the Lord, but anyone who deceives other people shows that he does not respect the Lord. When fools boast, they bring punishment on themselves, but the words of wise people keep them safe. When a farmer has no oxen to plow his field, he does not have to feed them, but he needs strong oxen to grow plenty of crops. A faithful person will not tell lies in court, but someone who says false things always deceives. If you only pretend that you want wisdom, you will not find it, but if you're careful, you will easily understand what is right. Stay away from foolish people. They will stop you from learning anything that is wise. A careful person understands what is right and he does it, but a foolish person's silly thoughts deceive him. Fools think that they don't need to do anything about their sins, but God is pleased with people who do what is right. When you are upset, you yourself know how sad you are. No one else can know what you are feeling, sad or happy. A wicked person's home will come to an end, but the home of a good person will continue to be strong. You may think that you are on a good straight road, but in the end, that road may lead to death. Somebody may be upset even when he's laughing. After his joy is gone, he will still be sad. If someone turns away from what is right, he'll receive the punishment he deserves, but good people will receive the good things that they deserve. A silly person will believe anything, but a careful person will think before he does anything. A wise person is careful to keep away from trouble, but a fool is careless and he thinks that he's always right. A person who quickly becomes angry does silly things, and people hate anyone with cruel ideas. Sorry about this, Mike. Silly people do foolish things and they receive what they deserve, but wise people receive honor for their knowledge. Evil people will respect good people. Wicked people will ask righteous people to be kind to them. Even the neighbors of poor people do not like them, but rich people have many friends. It is a sin if you do not respect your neighbor, but if you're kind to helpless people, God will bless you. People who want to do evil things have lost their way, but those who want to do good things show faithful love. If you work hard, something good will come, but if you only talk about it, you'll become poor. For wise people, their riches are like a crown of honor, but fools only work to get foolish things. Someone who speaks the truth in court may save a life, but someone who always tells lies deceives everyone. Someone who respects and obeys the Lord knows that he will be safe. His family will be in a safe place. If you respect and obey the Lord, that is like a spring of water that gives you life. It will keep you safe from death's traps. A king who rules many people will receive great honor, but a ruler with only a few people will have nothing in the end. A patient man shows that he understands what is right, but someone who quickly becomes angry shows that he is foolish. If you have peace in your mind, your body will be healthy, but if you're jealous, it will eat away your body. If you're cruel to poor people, you're insulting God who created them. But if you're kind to helpless people, it shows that you respect God. When wicked people are in trouble, they cannot stand, but righteous people still trust God, even when they're in danger of death. People who understand what is right have true wisdom. Even fools may sometimes show wisdom. A nation will receive honor when its people do what is right, but sin will bring shame on its people. A king will be pleased with a wise servant, but he will be angry with any servant who brings shame. Proverbs 15. If you answer people in a kind way, it will stop them from being angry. It stops them being angry. But if you say cruel things, it makes them angry. When wise people speak, they show that knowledge is good. But when fools speak, they only say foolish things. The Lord sees what happens everywhere. He's watching what evil people do and good people too. Kind words are like the fruit of a tree that gives life. But words that are not honest make people sad and weak. A fool hates his father's rules, but a wise child learns when his father warns him. Righteous people have many valuable things in their homes, but the riches of wicked people bring trouble to them. When wise people speak, they give knowledge, but the minds of fools have nothing to give. When wicked people offer sacrifices to the Lord, he hates it, but he's pleased when good people pray to him. The Lord hates the way that wicked people live, but he loves people who want to do what is right. If you leave God's way, you'll receive strong punishment. When people warn you, accept it or you will die. The Lord sees clearly into the deep hole of death, so you can be sure that he knows people's secret thoughts. Proud people do not like it when someone warns them. They will not ask wise people to give them advice. When someone is happy, their face smiles, but when someone is sad, their spirit hurts. Wise people want to learn more, but fools only want to know useless things. Every day is difficult if you have trouble in your mind, but if you're happy, every day is like a feast. You may be poor, but you respect and obey the Lord. That is better than if you're rich, but you have a lot of trouble. It's better to eat vegetables with people who love each other than to eat good meat with people who hate each other. Angry people bring quarrels, but patient people bring peace. A lazy person always has problems, and it's as if he's walking through thorn bushes. But an honest person walks on a straight road through life. A wise child makes his father happy, but a foolish person does not respect his mother. Stupid people are happy when they do foolish things, but wise people walk on a straight path. Without good advice, your ideas will never happen, but you'll do well if you have many advisors. It makes you happy when you have a good answer to a question. It's good when you find the right thing to say at the right time. A wise person walks on a path that leads him up to a long life. He keeps away from the path that would lead him down to death. The Lord destroys the homes of the proud men, but he keeps the land of widows safe. The Lord hates the thoughts of wicked people, but kind words please him. Anyone who cheats people to become rich will cause trouble for his family, but anyone who refuses to accept bribes will live safely. Righteous people think carefully before they answer someone, but when wicked people speak, the result is only trouble. The Lord does not answer the prayers of wicked people, but when righteous people pray, he listens. If someone smiles at you, it makes you happy. Good news makes you feel strong. If anyone accepts teaching that helps him to live in a good way, he becomes a friend of wise people. If you refuse to accept it when people warn you, you're hurting yourself. But if you agree to listen, you'll learn to do what is right. If you respect and obey the Lord, that will teach you wisdom. If you want to receive honor, first learn to be humble. Proverbs 16. People make plans in their mind, but the Lord gives them the right words to say. You may think that everything you do is right, but the Lord knows exactly why you're doing it. Put your plans in front of the Lord so that you want to do. Let's read that again, verse 3. Put your plans in front of the Lord so that what you want to do will go well. The Lord causes everything to have its proper result. Even wicked people will come to bad trouble in the end. The Lord hates people who boast. Be sure of this, they will receive the punishment they deserve. If you love the Lord faithfully, he'll forgive your sins. If you respect and obey him, you will not do evil things. If you live in a way that pleases the Lord, even your enemies will become your friends. If you do what's right, but you're not rich, that's better than to be rich because you cheat people. People make plans for what they will do, but it is the Lord who leads them in the right way. A king speaks with God's authority. He must judge people in a fair way. The Lord wants people to use true weights and measures. He knows all the weights that a traitor uses. Kings hate all wicked acts because justice makes their government strong. Kings are happy to hear honest advice. They love people who speak true words. Someone may die if the king becomes angry with him, so a wise person will try to stop the king's anger. If the king smiles at you, your life will go well. If he's pleased with you, that is like a cloud which gives rain in the spring. It's better to use wisdom than gold or silver. You should want to understand what is right. Honest people follow a straight road that keeps them away from evil things. If you want to keep your life safe, watch where you're going. If you're proud, you'll soon come to an end. Anyone who boasts will soon fall down. You may be humble and have poor people as your friends, but it's better than if you have proud friends who give you things that they've robbed from others. If you listen carefully to good teaching, you'll do well. If you trust in the Lord, you're in a happy place. If you have wise thoughts, people will say that you know what's right. If you speak kind words, people will accept your teaching. Wisdom is like a spring of fresh water that gives life to those who have it. But the silly things that fools do bring some punishment. Wise people think carefully and they speak wise words, and other people will accept their teaching. Kind words are as sweet as honey. They'll also bring health and strength. You may think you're on a good straight road, but in the end, that road may lead to death. When a worker feels hungry, it causes him to work alone. So it helps him to get good food, rather. Let's read that again. When a worker feels hungry, it causes him to work more. So it helps him to get food to eat. Wicked people look for ways to hurt other people. The cruel things that they say are like flames of fire. People who tell lies cause arguments. If you tell people secrets, you'll lose all your friends. Violent people deceive their friends. They lead their friends to do wrong things. If someone sends secret messages with his eyes, he has a plan to hurt someone. If he squeezes his lips together, he's ready to do an evil thing. Gray hair is like a beautiful crown on your head. People who live in a righteous way may wear it. A person who is patient is better than a brave soldier. If you control your anger, you can win any battle. People throw dice to choose what is right, but it is the Lord who decides the answer. Proverbs 17. It is better to eat a piece of dry bread in a quiet place than to eat a big feast in a house full of arguments. A slave who is wise will have authority over a son who does stupid things. When his master dies, that slave will receive some of his valuable things. You need a hot fire to make silver and gold become pure. It's the Lord who does that for people to show that what they really like. People who do evil things listen to evil advice. People who tell lies to other people's lies. I don't get that. Let's read that again. People who do evil things listen to evil advice. People who tell lies listen to other people's lies. Oh, okay. If you laugh at poor people, you're insulting God who made them. If you're happy when trouble happens to other people, you will receive the punishment that you deserve. Old people should be proud of their grandchildren. In the same way, children should be proud of their parents. It does not seem right when a fool says clever things. It's certainly not right when a ruler tells lies. Somebody who offers a bribe thinks that it will work like magic. It will help him do whatever he wants to do. If you forgive people when they hurt you, they will still love you. But if you continue to talk about what they've done, they will no longer be your friends. You can warn a wise person once and he'll learn what is right, but a fool never learns, even if you hit him 100 times. An evil person never obeys authority, so a cruel messenger will come to punish him. Do not go near to a fool who is doing stupid things. It would be safer to meet a mother bear who's lost her babies. If people are kind to you, do not do evil things in return. Anyone who does that will always have trouble in his home. It's difficult to stop a quarrel once it's started. It's like water that pours out of a broken pot. Stop it quickly. If a judge says that a guilty person is not guilty, the Lord hates it. If a judge punishes someone who is not guilty, the Lord hates that too. Money does not help a foolish person because he does not want to become wise. A friend will always show that he loves you. Relatives are there to help you when you're in trouble. Only a stupid person promises to pay someone else's debt, even if he's a friend or a neighbor. Someone who loves to argue loves sin. Someone who boasts causes trouble for himself. Anyone who thinks about bad things will not do well in life. Anyone who deceives people with lies will have a lot of trouble. To have a foolish son makes parents sad. The father of a fool is never happy. If you're happy in life, you'll be healthy. But if you're sad and upset, your body will be weak. Wicked judges secretly accept bribes, and they're not fair when they judge. A person who knows what is right can easily find wisdom, but a foolish person looks everywhere and never finds it. To have a foolish son makes his father sad. It makes his mother very upset. It is not right to punish a person who's done nothing wrong. It is wrong to beat honest people with sticks. A wise person doesn't talk too much. Anyone who keeps quiet shows that he understands things. Even a fool seems to be wise if he keeps quiet. If he keeps his mouth shut, people will think that he's clever. Proverbs 18. People who do not have any friends think only about themselves. They refuse to listen to good advice. A fool does not try to understand what is right. He only likes to tell people his own ideas. When a wicked person arrives, shame comes with him, and shame causes people to speak against you. The words that you speak are like the deep water of the sea. If they are wise words, they're like a cool stream. Do not refuse to punish wicked people. That would not be good. Also, do not punish anyone who has not done anything wrong. When a fool speaks, he starts an argument. He's asking for someone to beat him with a stick. When a fool speaks, he's destroying himself. His own words are a trap that catches him. We love to hear other people's secrets. They seem like good food that we can enjoy. A lazy person is as bad as someone who destroys things. The name of the Lord is like a strong tower. Righteous people can run there, and then they'll be safe. Rich people think that their money makes them safe, like high, strong walls around a city. If you become proud, something will soon destroy you. But if you're humble, you'll soon receive honor. Listen carefully before you answer. If you answer too quickly, you'll be ashamed like a fool. When someone is ill, his spirit will keep him strong. But if a person has lost hope, he cannot stay strong. Wise people are always learning something new. A gift will give you a chance to meet new people. Important people may become your friends. You'll always believe the first person to speak in court until the person starts to ask him questions. If two powerful people have an argument, you may have to throw dice to decide who is right. If you insult a relative, it will be difficult to become friends with him again. Arguments keep people apart, like the walls of a strong city. If you speak words that help people, they're like good food. Words have the power to bring life or death. So be careful if you talk a lot. If you find a wife, you find a good thing. The Lord has given you something to enjoy. A person has to ask for help, but a rich person can insult people. A man with many friends may lose them, but there is a friend who's more faithful than a brother. Proverbs 19, it's better to be poor and honest than to be a fool who speaks lies. If you want to do something, but you do not know how to do it, that's dangerous. If you hurry to do it, you'll get into trouble. Some people do silly things so they can destroy themselves. Then they get angry with the Lord. Rich people can easily find new friends, but poor people will easily lose their friends. If you tell lies in court, the judge will certainly punish you. You will not go free. Many people want an important person to like them. Everyone wants to be the friend of someone who gives a lot of gifts. If someone is poor, all his family hate him. Now, I don't agree with that now. If someone is poor, all his family hate him, and it should say hates him. His friends stay away from him. Even if he goes to ask for help, he cannot find them anywhere. Nah, I don't know about that now. If you learn to be wise, it shows that you love yourself. If you understand what is right, you will do well. If you tell lies in court, the judge will certainly punish you. That will be the end of you. Fools should not live like rich people. Even worse, slaves should never have authority over rulers. If someone is wise, he controls his anger. When anyone hurts him, he's careful to forget it. When the king is angry, he makes people afraid, like a lion that roars. But when he's pleased with you, that's like dew on fresh grass. A foolish child will destroy his father. A woman who quarrels with her husband is like rain that never stops. Your parents may give you riches and a house to live in, but only the Lord can give you a wise wife. A lazy person cannot wake up from sleep. If he does no work, he'll always be hungry. If you obey God's commands, you'll keep your life safe. If you do not respect his teaching, you will die. If you are kind to poor people, you're lending money to the Lord. He'll pay back the debt to you. When your children do wrong things, warn them while you still have a chance. If you do not punish them, you are helping them to go to an early death. Anyone who cannot control his anger is always getting into trouble. If you try to help him once, you will have to do it every time. Accept advice and good teaching, then you'll become wise one day. You may have a lot of ideas about what you want to do, but it's the Lord's plans that are important. We all want other people to show faithful love. It's better to be poor than to deceive other people. If you respect and obey the Lord, you'll enjoy life. You'll have peace in your mind, and no trouble will destroy you. A lazy person pushes his hand into his bowl of food, but then he's too lazy to lift his hand up to his mouth. If you beat a proud fool, a silly person may learn to be careful. If you warn a wise person, he himself will learn a lesson. Anyone who robs his father or chases away his mother is a bad son who brings shame to his family. My child, never stop learning what is right. If you stop learning, you will soon forget what you already know. If someone tells lies in court, he's laughing at justice. Evil things are food that wicked people love to eat. People who laugh at what is right will receive their punishment. Fools will be beaten as they deserve. Proverbs 20. If you drink too much wine or strong drink, you do stupid things and you fight. It's not wise to become drunk. Of course, we don't believe in drinking at all. When the king is angry, he's as dangerous as a lion that roars. If you make him angry, you'll lose your life. If you keep away from arguments, you'll receive honor. Only fools love to quarrel. A lazy farmer does not plow his fields in winter. As a result, he has nothing to eat when harvest time arrives. A person's thoughts are like deep waters, but a wise person can bring them into the open. Many people will say that you can trust them, but it's difficult to find a truly faithful person. Righteous people live in an honest way. Their children will also be happy. When a king sits on his throne as judge, he sees what is evil and he removes it. Nobody can say my thoughts are completely pure. There is no sin in me. Well, that's before Christ. If people use false weights and measures, the Lord hates anything like that. Even children show what they are like by the things that they do. You can see if they're honest and good. The Lord has made us with ears to hear and eyes to see with. They're both his gifts to us. If you love to sleep too much, you'll become poor. Keep awake so that you have food on the table. When somebody is buying something, he says it's worth nothing, but later he boasts about the cheap price. Words that help you to learn things are very valuable. They're more valuable than gold or jewels. If someone promises to pay the debts of a stranger, take his coat as a guarantee that he will pay. If you cheat someone to get food to eat, it may seem good when you taste it, but soon it will be like sand in your mouth. Things will go well if you receive good advice. If you want to fight a war, ask people to be your advisors. Keep away from people who talk too much. They'll tell everybody about your secrets. If you insult your parents, your life will quickly finish, like a lamp that suddenly goes out and leaves you in complete darkness. If you receive riches too early in life, it will do you no good in the end. Do not say, I'll pay you back for the evil you did to me. Trust the Lord to make it right for you. The Lord hates traitors who use false weights. He hates scales that do not weigh things properly. The Lord chooses the way that we walk through life. We cannot understand what will happen to us. Do not be too quick to promise to give something to God. If you want to change your mind, you have made a trap for yourself. A wise king can pick out wicked people and he will punish them as they deserve. The Lord makes our human spirit like his lamp inside. It shows us what we really like. A king should rule with faithful love and truth. If he is honest and fair, he'll continue to rule. Young men boast about their strength. Old men are proud of their beautiful gray hair. Painful punishment stops you from doing evil things and makes you change to a better way of life. Please put these words in the comment section. This is the word of the Lord. Follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that arrow at the bottom of the screen and share this video. Shall we offer a word of prayer at this time? Father, we thank you for the practical wisdom that we've learned from these Proverbs. And we pray that you'd help each and every one of us to apply those principles. Many of us have applied many of these principles because many of us are seasoned saints that have studied your word through the years and have sought to apply this wisdom to our lives. However, no matter how much we think we know, no matter how wise we think we are, how much experience we think we have, we can always grow. We can always learn more. So, Father, we pray that you would help us to grow in wisdom and knowledge and grace in the favor of you as well as in the favor of men. We thank you right now for these principles, and we give you praise and glory in Jesus' name. And all the people of God said amen, and put in the comment section, this is the word of the Lord.